All right, welcome in Aquarians. For some reason I was going to say Geminis. Welcome in Aquarians to your December monthly reading. So we are wrapping up the year. Last month. So how are we going to go out with a bang, Aquarians? You know how to do that. So yeah, as you're listening to this, kind of sit back and look at the year. What did it bring you? What happened? What did you learn? Give yourself a little bit of kudos for just, no matter what happened, you're here. You came a long way. You've been through a lot. You've also done a lot this year for some of you. This was a big year, and I would say for most people, it was kind of a challenging year. So if you did not have a challenging year, then you're a lucky one. I'm calling this, and I've heard the same thing, but 2025 was kind of a bridge year. So when you think of what a bridge does, you're going from one place to another place, right? So this year is kind of connecting you to kind of a new energy, a new life, just new beginnings, and it's kind of a rite of passage, I feel, too. This is the first time that's coming to me, but I feel like it's a rite of passage. So whatever happened this year had to get you to where you need to be for 2026. So a couple things, I'm just kind of hitting a couple astrological things for the month for each sign. So for Aquarians, one thing, so the Sun, Venus, and Mars is going to be in your house of friendships. So the first half of the month can be a lot of things happening from a social perspective. There may be a lot of social engagements and opportunities there, networking. So you're going to kind of be a potential social butterfly. I do kind of guide you to get out and try to enjoy that energy, because you never know where that's going to lead you or connections you're going to have. But definitely feel like you need that sort of connection in the beginning of the month, because at the end of the month, you're going to mellow out, and kind of that's going to be more of an introverted energy. So you may want to, you probably maybe felt like you burned yourself out from all the socialing in the first half of the month. So, which makes sense around Christmas, just hanging out with family. Maybe you're feeling more of like having an intimate, more smaller Christmas for yourself if you celebrate. But the other big thing is Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto are crossing your Aquarian astral sky at the beginning of the month. So those are three big planets. They are outer planets. So that energy really equates to long-lasting impact or changes and life-shaping change. So Aquarians, I think as you move through the year, it's really a year of putting in front of you, what is it? Who am I now, right? Who am I? It's kind of this revisiting who you are. What's my truth? What do I want in my life now? And it's really brought up for a lot of people, this like yearning for something different, a yearning to innovate themselves or make some big changes, whether it's like a big career change or a big, relationship changes in general. And this is going to kind of be impacting you. So you're going to probably really be looking at like making some big decisions. What do you want to change? How do you need to change? And it's going to intensify. The one thing I would just caution of is being too impulsive or making quick decisions when you're feeling this energy of like, oh, I can't handle this, or I need change, or I want something different. This is going to really impact around especially your routines. And routines doesn't even have to be, it's just how do we live our day to day, right? What are the things that we routinely do, whether it's being in the same relationship, going to the same type of job day in, day out. So you're going to, this is going to deepen your desire to move forward in a new way. So you're going to have to ask yourself a lot of questions, especially throughout November and leading into beginning of December. We've had a lot of retrogrades, and that retrograde energy has really asked us, we've done a lot of internal review, really been asking a lot of questions about why am I doing this, or, you know, how do I want to move forward, and making a new plan or coming up with a new, how do I want to step forward, you know, after the retrogrades. And again, the energy of the 3 could cause a little bit of like strong energy, and it may be harder to be 100% clear about what you want to do or how you want to do it, or like what's the best decision. So again, just kind of maybe wait it out through the end of the month, and I think you'll kind of maybe get some more clarity there. All right. So that was from the astrology, just a couple housekeeping, and welcome in Jupiter. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can book one on my website, which is linked below. And also, as we're moving into the holidays, I can't, some great gift ideas, especially if you're watching, you're probably into, you know, metaphysical things. I do, I call them metaphysical tools, but I do hand make stone jewelry. And it really is, stones and crystals are a tool to use. They are an energetic, have their own energetic frequency, and you can use them for all sorts of support, whether it's wanting to manifest things, if you're trying to go through some sort of healing, emotional support, protection. So definitely take a look. They make great gifts, and you can kind of customize them depending on what you feel someone needs at that point in time. So let's get started here. So we're going to first tap into your past energies here that are influencing you. Oop, which one? One of them just flipped over, so I'm going to take that one. So we have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. And then Voyage, look at that. Okay, look at that. How could you plan that? 2 voyages of the heart. So this is past energy. So I do feel like this year has been quite a voyage from a heart space or from a relationship perspective. I feel like you've come a long way this year. A lot has happened. I feel like you're also learning more about love. This could be about loving yourself more. This could be about learning how to open up and, you know, navigate a relationship and opening yourself up to, you know, including another in your life. But I definitely feel like there is a voyage. There's been a journey. This could go back even farther in the past, but I definitely feel like there is some sort of big shift happening from a relationship perspective for you. Let's get a couple tarot for this. Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're focused on your happiness and what that looks like. You're also shifting into creating a life that's more fulfilling for you. And what does that mean? What does that look like? And you're really tapping into your heart space, your heart chakra. And you could also be on the move, essentially, you know, but I feel like you want to move towards things that are more in line with where you're at now and what that vision looks like. And I have to grab this because it was looking straight at me in the face. So we have a 2 of Cups. So definitely this is about love, relationships, and the 5 of Cups. So you could have had a past with a lot of Because the Five of Cups is about, you know, there may be some regrets about how looking at the past and how it's got you to where you are. This can be about regrets, but this is like grief and loss. And it's, you know, you may be looking back at your journey and saying maybe there is some grief and loss about time lost or time wasted. And the new focus is on how do I now look to the future and not regret anymore. I'm focused on a type of relationship I really want and creating harmony. And the new focus, maybe this is a whole new shift in focus for you. You know, it's about fulfillment now. It's about happiness. It's about love. So let's see. What's current energies? What do we need to know about current energies? Courage and rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. There's something here about the courage to accept blessings. And I feel like the way they're going to show up could be around love and relationship. But you're going to have to face some risks. Okay? Sometimes the greatest love, we have to take the biggest risks. But it's going to produce blessings for you. So this is what you currently need to know. I feel like you're going into potential unknown territory is what I'm picking up. But there is some sort of risk when it comes to love. And maybe it means you have to let something go. So let's see. Four of Swords. There is some healing here that needs to take place. Ten of Pentacles around ancestral family, the family line, ancestral patterning, ancestral karma around. There's something around healing, some sort of pattern. Six of Swords. And moving forward. You're finally moving past something here. So it's definitely, there's something tied to the family that definitely has caused loss in love or hurt in love. There's loss and grief here. This could be grief around looking back at your childhood and just the family in general and grieving something that you never had, or, you know, many years of potential difficulty here. But I like this Four of Swords. You are healing this. And you're now able to move forward. So the light at the end of the tunnel is here because things are going to start getting easier for you. And I feel like you've had to navigate a lot of emotional ups and downs, especially in the past. And now it's like, I feel like you're moving into some new energy that's going to be easier to navigate. It's not going to be as challenging or difficult. So what is coming in for you? We have illumination and grounding. Go deep, explore your roots. So something definitely is going to be illuminated to you. And you're going to get some sort of clarity, I'm getting. And also there's something about illuminating how you need and learning about how to ground better. I feel like that's something maybe you've struggled with, is feeling grounded. I'm getting for some of you, if you've dealt with like overthinking and have anxiety, you know, again, Aquarians are air signs. So you're definitely one to be kind of in the mind space more and up in the head. But I think there's some illumination about focusing on grounding more in your life. And I think part of that is going to be through healing and through your emotions. Nine of Cups. The Lovers. Making a choice in love. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, it definitely aligns with the astrology because you're really focused on something just like hasn't felt right for you anymore. Like maybe you've been in something like, especially around love or relationship, and it you know, it was fine. But now you're moving into a territory of really focusing on love and making it a priority. And like, what is it I really want in relationship? And what is valuable to me? Like, what are those values that I want to create in relationship? What's going to bring me value moving forward? And again, going back to creating some sort of, what do I want to feel in my life? That's the key here for December. What do I want to feel in my life? Not what do I want my life to look like, or, you know, focusing on too much of the physical focus, but it's more of what I want. What do I want to feel? And instead, I'll surrendering and allowing life to shift your life to conform with what do I want that. So let's see. Okay. So let's look at, so the good stuff here. So had some technical difficulties. So I did pull this last row when the camera stopped. So as far as the oracles, we have distant thunder and diligence. So distant thunder, clear the air. So here's the thing. I feel like if you're focusing too much on looking in the future and there's some anxiety or worry about what's ahead,